My great-grandmother lived in Carthage, Missouri, and she lived just off the Spring River. And there was an old a mill down on the river, and there was a fishy-looking spot there for where a bass would be. And I threw a night crawler down in there, and I caught this bass. And I'll never forget, I was so excited because it seemed like an absolute giant, and so proud of it. We took it up, and she had these big cattle troughs full of water, put the bass in there, and you know, who knows what the fate of that bass was, but it's a bass that I won't forget anytime soon. We grew up as a family that went camping a lot, and when we vacationed, there was always fishing rods with us, and a big part of growing up was fishing, and a big part of that too was my dad. He loved to fish as well, so it was one of those things we could do as a family. And you know, my dad had a love for fishing and instilled that love of fishing into me. Really was no script on how to become a professional angler, especially a young guy going to high school and to college. You tell teachers or people of any kind of influence, coaches or something like that, or even my parents, and say I wanted to be a professional bass fisherman. They kind of looked at you like you're crazy. Good luck with that. I had a passion for it, and I just kept feeding that passion and trying to learn what steps I could take to make it to the next level. And I'd fished a regional circuit, I think in '94, where I had to compete against the best of the best in the Midwest, and I went out, I won my first boat that year, and that was a real eye-opener to me that gave me the confidence to know that I could compete at this level. One of the most important things with my equipment is if it's the best equipment out there, it's what keeps me on the water fishing. It's not like a lure or a rod and reel, but it's the equipment that when I put it on my trailer or put it on my boat, it's one of those things that I don't have to worry about. So it eases that tension to wondering of whether your equipment's gonna be right. You know, I've been a partner with Fulton for probably close to 20 years now, and it's been one of those companies that they've been around a long time. They're not going anywhere. It's the same thing for me. I've been around a long time and I'm not going anywhere, and they build great products. I mean, you know, anybody that's ever been around the water or in the fishing water type world, they know all about Fulton. Family's everything to me. I owe a lot to the sacrifice that my wife and kids have done, allowing me to travel the country and follow my dreams, but along that, they've got to live that dream with me as well, and we've got to go on some pretty cool field trips around the country. Now my son, he's ready to take over my job, and I've got to see my love and passion for fishing be translated to him, and I'll never forget, you know, probably the same way my dad was for me. I remember taking my son fishing with me, you know, before he could even cast. It created a love to being on the water and a love for fishing at a very early age, and it's just to see him progress as a young man and a young angler to the level that he's at now. I mean, I'm just really excited and anxious to see where fishing takes him.